Get ready for the dictation. Start. Learned additional public prosecutor for the state further submits that such materials found in the possession of the petitioner was indicative of the fact that there was nexus with the main accused in the irregularities being committed in the board in connection with examination referred to above. It is further submitted that the investigating officer of the present case had proceeded to Kolkata for ascertaining the status of S. Basu and Company, and from their premises certain letters were also recovered which reveal that the examination results as well as copies were being processed at the aforementioned printing press. It was contended by learned additional public prosecutor for the state that over and above the admission of the main accused, namely Lalkeswar Prasad Singh, during custodial interrogation at paragraph number 270 of the case diary, clearly indicates that the present petitioner was indeed involved in all the transactions being conducted by the father-in-law, as he himself, during the course of custodial interrogation, has named the petitioner as having helped him in tenders which were being awarded by him to various parties, and in that he was receiving his commission. The said admissions have found place in answer to various questions placed before the said Lalkeswar Prasad Singh, father-in-law of the present petitioner. Thus, there is no iota of doubt that prima facie the petitioner in league with this father-in-law is involved in irregularities being committed at the board, leading to immense humiliation of the state with regard to the education system prevailing herein. It is submitted that not only the statement of main accused is there pointing fingers at the present petitioner, but the statement of Srimati Usha Sinha, who is the wife of the main accused and mother-in-law of the present petitioner, who has named the petitioner in connection with present case. The statement of the bodyguard at paragraph number 206 of the case diary, and also of one Vikas Chandra, who was the PA of the father-in-law of the petitioner, indicates to establish the prima facie involvement of the present petitioner. As such, the petitioner being prima facie involved in the case should not be extended the privilege of anticipatory bail. In view of the fact that the investigation is still in progress and there is likelihood that the petitioner will interfere in the investigation and tamper with the evidence due to his high-level connections, the petitioner does not deserve the privilege of anticipatory bail, and thus his application should be rejected. Learned Senior Counsel, appearing on behalf of the petitioner, has retorted to the aforementioned submissions advanced by learned additional public prosecutor for the state, while submitting that the investigation in the present case has deviated from what was actually alleged in the original first information report. It was submitted that after the lodging of the first information report, the investigation moved in wrong direction, and material which was not directly or indirectly connected with the case as was originally registered were gone into, and the investigation came to be aimed not at the results and the colleges which was involved in the fraudulent action. Rather, the entire investigation started revolving around the chairman of the board and those who were closely connected with him. It was in pursuance of such a situation that the state constituted a special investigation team to go further deep into the investigation, and thereafter the investigation proceeded towards the present petitioner on the statement made by one Anil Kumar, who was the PA to the chairman of the board. Thereafter, the petitioner is being continuously harassed, and though it was only one college which was involved in the scam, the investigation has disgraced considerably. It was submitted that the alleged recovery of certificates have nothing to do with the present prosecution and are either his own certificates and or those of his relatives, and cannot be used or by any stretch of imagination being called into net and connected with the present case. It was further submitted that so far as the statements made by Lalkeswar Prasad Singh are concerned, they are admissions made in the shape of confessions oblique admissions and are hit by section 25 of the Evidence Act and could not be used for implicating the present petitioner at the present stage. It is further submitted that all the documents necessary for the investigation have been taken into custody by the officials of the state vigilance, and the petitioner, being the responsible government servant, should not be subjected to custodial interrogation. Stop.